Good morning, you guys. I'm not gonna lie, I am very tired this morning. I don't know what is wrong with me. I feel like last night I got a decent sleep and I didn't wake up. Actually, Ryan had to walk into the room and wake me up this morning. I think he woke up at like 5 and then he came into me at 7 because he could hear Will. So I was clearly out for the count last night, but I feel like I am still missing sleep. So I am feeling like I am very low energy today. So I need to pick it up a notch. I feel like I need to wake myself up. I have come out today. I feel like I haven't gone on a little shopping excursion in a long time, and it's been even longer since I've taken you guys on a little shopping excursion. So I thought we could go and do something like that today. It is officially autumn now, and I feel as though I do not really have my autumn wardrobe together as much as I would like it to be. So we're going to have a little look in Zara and possibly Mango and possibly H&M. We'll see what's about. Honestly, it is very busy here today. I didn't think it was going to be quite as busy as this because it is a Monday, and I was thinking, do you know what? People are in school, people are in work. I am off on Monday, so that is the time to go, but clearly this is when everybody shows up here, so we'll see how we get on. I've had a bit of a scroll on Zara over the last couple of weeks, but the last time I was really looking there properly was when I was away on a holiday, or like about to go on holiday, so therefore I wasn't really in autumn winter purchasing mode. I'm absolutely raging though because there was a gorgeous kind of burgundy maroony brown toned blazer which I do not have in my wardrobe, and I think would be an excellent addition to my wardrobe, and it is now gone. Like it's not that it's like on the website and it's just not in stock. It is literally just not on the website anymore. So if you purchase that, I'm very, very freaking jealous. So congratulations on what a great buy. But I'm gonna get out of the car because I feel like people are circling this car park and they're like staring at me in the car talking to a camera, or they don't know I'm talking to the camera, but they're staring at me talking to myself, and they're thinking that I'm gonna get out of this space, which I am not. So let's go. Okay, I've just popped into Zara. This bomber jacket I have seen online, and I was actually thinking of getting this. Kind of glad I didn't get it online now because I think I would have just went for my regular size, but I feel like this would be so much nicer oversized, so I might try that on and see what it's like. Lots of furs in, or faux furs. Oh, this feels really nice. Kind of like a bomber style, but not really. I love the big collar on it, and this little cardigan is beautiful. It's like a chocolate brown with gorgeous gold buttons. I like this. This feels easy to wear with a pair of jeans or trousers. Okay, for somebody that wants to get out of like wearing leggings and stuff, I think this actually would be really cute for just chucking on for like a dog walk or a walkabout on a Sunday with a pair of leggings and some cute runners. Slick back bun. It's kind of like an elevated it's water repellent, nice. Just like an elevated puffer, except it's not super puffy, you know? And I love that it's chocolate brown. Alright, we are in Mango next. I do feel as though Mango is more of an online store for me because I feel like they never stock this store very well. But let's have a look. I do have to say, their statement jewellery is always so cute. These are really nice. Quite like these earrings as well. Okay, I think I'm drawing a blank in here. I think we shall move on and see if there's anything in H&M, possibly. These little bucket bags are cute though. This jacket is actually very cute. Hard to see, but it's a little bit like my COS jacket that I have. Same kind of fabric, but it's like a chocolate brown. I love this. This would be really, really good for autumn. Lol, I think that was the quietest Zara dressing room I have ever experienced in my whole entire life. I don't really shop in store in Zara too much anymore. A lot of the time I kind of just buy online, but I said, do you know what, I'm going to go in and see what they have in store, and they have changed. Okay, so Zara has completely like rebranded so many of their stores, or not rebranded, but yeah, I guess rebranded. Anyway, they've done up a lot of their stores around here, and I feel like their dressing room situation is not the one. This is so shaky, I am so sorry, but their dressing room situation is not the one, you guys. It is so quiet, and they're also the hottest dressing rooms on the face of the earth. Like, I could be melting. But anyway, it was really, really hard to film anything in them because I feel like everybody was just listening to what I was saying. Needless to say, there may be a few clips, there may not. I will show you everything that I got when I get home anyway, because I did get a few little bits and bobs. However, as I said, I am so hungry. Maybe if I pop you like this, you won't move as much. So I grabbed a quick little sandwich before I came out the door. This is a mozzarella, chorizo and red pepper something. The bread looks nice and I like all of those things. If it was pesto in it, it would be 10 times better, but let's see what it's like. That bread is 10 out of 10. Well, that just tastes like pizza. I am going to get back down the road. It was nice to solo Grace for an hour or so. I'm gonna go get my baby, see my husband, and yeah, I'll show you what I got when I get back down the road. My baby's gone down for a nap, so I'm just gonna check on this monitor real quick. I don't know why I thought it was going to be way less busy than it was for it's 3 o'clock on a Monday now, but it reminded me of how much I don't love heading into the city centre in Dublin. I wasn't even in the city centre, but it was just chaotic around it. Anyway, I did pick up some nice bits in Zara, and one thing randomly in Mango didn't bother. I kind of had a quick glance around H&M and nothing was speaking to me, so I kind of just hit the road. I feel like the Zara, maybe just like none of the stores there were stocked that great. Like, I feel like I've definitely seen more online than what was actually in the shops. And that Mango, as I mentioned earlier on, is just brutal. I feel like nothing ever looks appealing in it. I feel like it always looks really like outdated and a little bit dowdy. Whereas when what they have online looks so much more kind of fresh and trendy and fashionable. So I don't know where the disconnect is there between their stores and online. But anyway, I wanted to first show you something that I got in Mango. This was like a very random find as I was leaving, because it really reminded me of the COS t-shirts that I love, but I loved the colorway. It really reminded me of a Miu Miu t-shirt, and I said that to myself, and then as soon as I took it out of my bag, I was like, Ryan's gonna think that this is an Aston Villa t-shirt. If any of you watch football, you will know what that is. We're big Aston Villa supporters in this house, but not enough for me to go and buy a t-shirt that is purely dedicated to Aston Villa. But I thought this was really cute. It's very like retro. I'll try it on for you in a sec, but it's very retro. Yeah, as I said, gives me real Miu Miu vibes. I'll try it on now with maybe these jeans. I got these jeans, basically it's the jeans that I'm wearing right now in a different colorway, because they are the most comfortable jeans in the whole entire world. Okay, what do they call these jeans? The crossed waist wide leg jeans. I'll link all of this for you below anyway. But they are just so flattering and really, really comfortable. I love the wide leg. I love that they are not like glued to your thigh or to your bum or anything like that, but they're just like a flattering pair of jeans. This top's a little bit longer than I would like it to be, so I feel like if I'm ever wearing this, I'll probably just crop it up a little bit to the waistline of the jeans, or like tuck it in slightly and wear it a little bit more like that way, with just like a little pair of runners, maybe a bun. I feel like I need to style this so I don't feel like Napoleon Dynamite. Oh, I actually really want to try this on, because I didn't try this on in the shop. I got this little knit cardigan. Okay, this is very cute. I love this. So I sized up just so it wasn't absolutely glued to me, and I feel like this is going to be such a cute little cardigan just to throw on with a pair of jeans. I feel like this would look really nice with like a more tailored trouser as well, and also you can obviously wear it open, but I think it looks really cute button closed. But I love the colorway. I love this kind of forest green and navy situation. Again, don't usually wear color, but I was kind of gravitating towards this. Thought it was really cute, so I picked it up. The last thing I got jumper wise was this grey knit, because I don't think you can ever have too many grey knits, and this one felt like really nice quality. It is a little bit oversized, but I think it's just a really handy one to have in your wardrobe. I love the neckline. I love that it's not like too high necked and not like a v-neck, even though I do like a v-neck jumper. Sorry, I keep looking over here because I have a mirror here. And I like the sleeves as well. They're not really, really tight. They're a little bit more loose. I'm going to show you what this bomber looks like, because I seen this online, and as I said, I'm really glad that I ended up buying it in store, because I think had I have bought it just straight from online, I would have just bought it in my usual size, but I sized up in it, and I'm really glad that I did now, because I think it just allows you to wear jumpers and stuff underneath it more. My usual size just would have been too neat. I really, really like this. I probably wouldn't wear it with the jumper underneath it, to be totally honest with you. Probably something more like a t-shirt or a simple like tank or something like that, but this is very cute. Also quite a good price. What price was this? I feel like it was only like €49 or something like that. Yeah, $49.95. I thought that was a pretty good price for this jacket. Cute. I love the colour as well. I need to stop saying the word cute. It actually annoys me when I'm editing vlogs. It seems as though I went really hard on the knitwear in this shop. I picked up this little chocolate brown cardigan. Actually, I would put it with a completely different tank. I have a black tank from Zara that I got in like black and white, and it is so good. It's kind of like a high neck, almost racer back tank. Cannot find it anywhere. I would probably pair it with that more than like a scoop neck, but I thought this was so cute. I also think it's going to look really cute. Grace, you need to stop. This is adorable. I think it would look really nice buttoned up, and I think you can wear it with jeans, trousers, like a little silk satin slip skirt, like things like that. Loads of options. It really reminded me of something that you'd see on like COS, Massimo Duty, that kind of a situation. H&M had some of these types of cardigans in last year, but I didn't ever see it in this colorway, and I think the brown is actually really lovely. It's really warm and rich for this time of the year, and I love the little button detailing. I think it's really sweet. So yeah, that is all of my purchases from today. As I said, did I mention that at the start of this video? Maybe I mentioned this in a different video. I think it was actually, I filmed a members video for last week at some stage that was like kind of a roundup of my outfits for a weekend. And if you aren't subscribed and you want some more content, I do have a members channel as well, or members section of the channel if you want some more videos during the week. But I mentioned that I wanted to buy another pair of these bad boys. Not so much like, I don't need hand twos, but like specials or sambas or something in more of a neutral color, because as much as I love like a pop of blue or a pop of color, sometimes you literally just need a neutral cream tan brown shoe to wear with things. So I think I'm going to pick up those, and I'm like this close to picking up a pair of Boston clogs from Birkenstock. If any of you guys have them, let me know. Tell me that I need them. For now, that is that. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you like. Some of this I'm like, maybe is the t-shirt too long? I love the colorway, but am I going to wear it? Because you know I wear it neutrals just all the time. So am I just going to keep all of the things that are browns and tans and khaki greens? Probably. It is only 3 o'clock in the afternoon, but you guys, I feel like I've done my job today. The makeup is coming off. I don't know about any of, oh wow, my hair looks interesting. Look at all of this regrowth. This is so funny. I don't know about any of you guys, but I cannot, when I feel like I'm not leaving the house anymore during the day, or I have finished my purpose for the afternoon. Sounds very deep, it's not. My makeup is coming off and I'm getting into comfy clothes for the afternoon. Ryan sometimes comes home in like the early evening and it's like 5:30 and I'm in my pajamas. The makeup that I have on today is absolutely wrecking my head. I don't know what happened, but literally from the moment I put my makeup on, it was annoying me. You know from my last vlog that I did a whole like beauty clear out, and I came across a couple of products that I completely forgot about. Not that I haven't seen them, but I just forgot that they were in my collection. And not that they've been there for ages, but I just don't use them daily, and you know, you forget that they're there sometimes. So I said that I really wanted to try using some of the products that were there that I don't use day to day, and one of them was the Westman Atelier Shade Drops, I think. Is that what they're called? Shade Drops? Because I really love Westman Atelier products, and I really love a skin tint as well. And I remember using it the first time, and I thought it might have been to do with the way that I set it, that it just made my skin look so oily. I feel like I can hear Nelly crying. Ryan just left to go to the gym. Yeah, I felt like they made my skin look super oily, and I was constantly topping up throughout the day, and usually I do not need to do that. Like, I do not top up my makeup throughout the day at all, ever. So I need to get this off my face so I don't look ridiculous while I'm talking to you. All right, we're gone. I feel like I can't see through my left eye. Okay, that's better. Yeah, so I set off with the intention this morning when I was doing my makeup of using these shade drops, because I just wanted to use them again, you know? And as soon as I put them on, I was like, oh, I remember this now. It almost feels like a skincare serum situation when you pop it on. And it's really sheer, which is great because I do like a sheer base. But I just felt too oily on my skin, like, yeah, more oily than serum, like, I guess it just felt really oily on my skin, and like that was just going to sit on top of my skin. Now I will preface this by saying that I have quite oily skin. Now I do like to use facial oils, but I just knew that this wasn't going to last as soon as it went on. So I set my skin the way that I usually do with my Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder. Went in with some more MAC Fix Plus. This flying? Please stop. I went in with some MAC Fix Plus. And usually that would keep my makeup locked in all day long. Like, I mean, from 7:30 in the morning to like, well on like 5:30, you know. But it just started getting really shiny really quickly, and I could feel it. I don't like feeling like I have a lot of makeup on, but I could feel it on my skin, you know? So I feel like that might just be a miss in my books. It could be perfect for you if you've got super dry skin, but it just did not work with mine, and I'm so upset about it because I really like Westman Atelier as a brand. Hold on, my dog and my baby's asleep. Anyway, yeah, I really love Westman Atelier as a brand, so I really wanted to like those shade drops, but I guess it's just not in the books for me and them to get along very well, so I'm not going to do it again tomorrow and just land with the same results because I've tried to set it as best I can. It's just not working, you know. I do feel like I want to try out some more makeup now because after that whole beauty clear out, I feel like I definitely am a person that is super, super, super repetitive and, you know, use the same old products all the time. Not that there's anything wrong with that because, you know, tried and true, but it's nice to try out new things. But I do think because I do makeup on other people, I'd never really change up my own makeup then. So I need to get back into that. I feel like that would be so much more enjoyable for myself. Maybe if it's just like, you know, it would make makeup enjoyable for me again, you know. But I think the only time I'm ever going to really do that is when I'm not like working that day, or, you know, when I have time, if it's like a date night or something like that. We'll see. Maybe we'll branch out and try some new things. But for now, I'm going to go downstairs. I probably will edit some of this video whilst my baba is asleep, and I'm going to have a cup of tea. Just going to drink a cup of tea in my pumpkin mug and get cozy. Morning! It is very dark outside, you guys. It is 8:37. That's late, and it is still very dark. I've definitely noticed the evenings and the mornings creeping in a little bit more over here. I know the times. When did the clocks go back? I'm gonna have to go check, but I know the clocks will go back soon. So this will technically be 7:38 in a couple of weeks. So that will feel a little bit different, but it's been so dark in the mornings when I've been getting up recently. And now I do love the cozy evenings, but it's just such a shock to the system when you kind of feel like it's come out of nowhere. Anywho, good morning. How are we all doing this morning? I am just getting ready for work / just to leave the house in general. I am going to go and get a really quick blow dry this morning, which is really nice. I've decided to treat myself to one today. So I'm going to go and do that. And then later on, I have another beauty appointment, which I will take you along on. So that's kind of my plans for today, work and sort my hair out. I took Nelly out for a walk this morning just to like go to the bathroom and whatnot. And you guys, my feet are, I look like an elderly lady that also has an issue with her feet when I'm trying to walk this morning. At the moment, after I've had my runs, you guys know I am sticking to my commitments of being more consistent with my running, and I apologize if it is so repetitive of me to talk about, but I feel like this is my way of keeping myself accountable. I have been out for my first run of the week so far, but this morning I woke up and I feel like because I am like starting this, I don't know, like regimen of just being more consistent with the running, it's a bit of a shock to the system again, and my feet are like, what are you doing to us? So when I get up, like even if I have to get up in the middle of the night or whatever and I try to walk, my feet are like, what are you doing to me? I like honestly look like I have ran a marathon and I've like run a 5k. Anyway, I know they will get used to it over the next couple of, even the next like 2 weeks or so. I know they'll just kind of like ease into that being normality. But for now, I look like I am hobbling about first thing in the morning. Like if anybody's seen me taking my dog for a walk this morning, I looked like there was something wrong with me. Like somebody should have asked me if I was okay. Also, yes, I am wearing my new jumper that I got the other day, because did you even buy clothes if you're not wearing them immediately after you bought them? I'll also probably wear something for the actual day that I bought. I wanted to talk to you guys actually. I was watching a vlog last night, just sitting down to chill with Ryan, and somebody that I follow basically put up a post or like an announcement that they were pregnant, which is just the best news in the whole entire world. It's just such a blessing. But I have been following this girl for quite a long time, and probably since the summertime, like maybe in June, I remember seeing on one of her Instagram posts that people were commenting underneath it, OMG, you're pregnant. Why won't you just tell us that you're pregnant? You're beaming, you're glowing, you can tell that you're pregnant. She hadn't announced her pregnancy at this stage. And also, she didn't look very obviously pregnant. There was no like super obvious bump or anything like that, but she might have put on a tiny bit of weight or whatever. And that is immediately the thing that people all jumped to was, oh my God, you're pregnant. And anyway, I watched this vlog last night of hers and it kind of brought me back to before I was pregnant. I feel like this is such a touchy subject because I know obviously you shouldn't be super focused on your weight and your appearance and different things like that. But to be totally and completely honest with you, I would say 90% of people that I talk to are in some way, shape or form, you know, you're conscious of your appearance to some extent. It's hard not to be. And I remember before I got pregnant, I had put on some weight and that was the comment that I got so often. If you're not in a headspace to receive that comment, it's not great. It's not a nice feeling. When you are pregnant, you don't really pass too much remarks on it because maybe you haven't announced your pregnancy yet, or you know that it's a fact, but obviously you haven't started telling people. So you're kind of okay with it, doesn't make any difference. But if you're not, or if you're trying to conceive and you're struggling, getting that comment is just so not nice. Like, it's really not nice. I also actually personally have received this comment since I've had a baby as well. And I think at this stage I'm just like, oh, whatever, the internet's the internet. People are going to say it anyway. But it's still like not the greatest thing in the world because I know definitely after I've had a baby, my body has changed and I struggle sometimes with dressing and it's just like, that's just so normal. And sometimes if you're just having a bad day or something and that's the comment that you receive a couple of times, it's just like, oh, thanks. You're really pulling my insecurities to the forefront. Thanks so much for mentioning that. It's just not the nicest thing in the world for somebody to be like, oh yeah, you look a little bit bigger. You're obviously pregnant. Anyway, I know it is quite a delicate subject to talk about, but basically my request, if anybody is watching this, not specifically about me, I think I've kind of got to the stage where I'm like, do you know what? I really don't care anymore. But for those that like, you know, do struggle with body issues or, you know, that is like an insecurity for them or they may be struggling with pregnancy or trying to conceive, blah, blah, blah. Just don't ask somebody if they are pregnant to their face online anything. I don't generally talk about topics like this on my channel because I try to keep it as positive as I possibly can, but it's also a reality, you know, and something that I have experienced myself prior to being pregnant. I've gone through really rough patches and people have been really nasty to me online. But I think I've kind of gotten to the stage now where I just don't really, I just let it roll off my back a little bit more. But if you're just not like that and you're not in the kind of, you haven't got the mental capacity to deal with that, you're going through other things and those are the things that people are bringing up to you. It's just so not easy. Like, it's really not easy and it can put you in a really horrible mindset too, like a really horrible place. So I encourage you just to think before you type something, because what you think may be a really lovely comment to leave to somebody might not be received that way, you know? I could be wrong and maybe you guys don't agree with me, but I personally don't think that you should straight out say to somebody, you know, just tell us you're pregnant, you're obviously pregnant, you've put on so much weight. That was a comment that I seen on her post. You've put on so much weight, you're obviously pregnant. I was like, who says that to somebody? Also, just whilst I am doing my makeup right now, I feel like my skin has been not its best as of the last maybe 2 months, I'm gonna say. I've just noticed a lot of texture, I'm gonna say, on my forehead, which I cannot remember, maybe other than when I was in secondary school, so like when I was a teenager. I can't remember having that in a long time. So I don't know whether that's down to like cleansers or maybe like my cleansing, like not my exfoliating, like the muslins or the cloths that I take my cleanser off with, I might just change them out again, because I'm afraid that that's something that is affecting my skin. But also I do realise that I am probably eating more sugar than I should at the minute, and sugar definitely makes me break out. I think I need to pay a little bit more attention to my diet coming into the end of this year. Not for like weight loss or anything like that, but just to clear my skin up a little bit, because it has been so annoying when I've been putting makeup on. And even when I'm taking it off in the evening, like I can feel the texture up here and it just feels quite congested. So I have booked myself in for a facial for the end of... Oh no, it is this month. It's officially this month because it's October. Nice one. I'm really looking forward to that. I haven't been for a facial in God knows how long, you guys. Like, honestly, I genuinely cannot tell you the last time I went for a facial. Like, it has been years. And the girl that I am going to she's really fantastic. She does like aesthetics and stuff like that, like your Botox and all that kind of thing. But she also does like medical peels and all that jazz. So I'm going for... It's a diamond glow facial or something like that, which kind of, I could be wrong, could be completely wrong, kind of reminds me of like a hydrofacial kind of situation. So we'll see what it does. I am open to also taking her advice whilst I am there. I am on time. Yeah, I'm open to taking her advice whilst I'm there, because I would like to kind of just focus in and hone in on my skincare and my hair care for the back end of this year. I actually was in the hairdressers a couple of weeks ago, and one of the girls that was doing my hair, she was like, I really feel like the end of the year is a girl's new year. As in, like, you start all of your resolutions all over again come like September. And I was like, do you know what? Yeah, I actually kind of do feel like that, and because it's a completely new season, so you feel like it's a completely fresh start. So definitely for me anyway, I wanted to kind of key in on a couple of things that I wanted to accomplish before the end of the year, like a couple of new goals. I don't know if any of you guys are like that, but I definitely feel like I set like New Year's resolutions in September. So yeah, I'm gonna finish getting ready. I will show you what I'm wearing before I leave the house, and thankfully I will be coming back with some gorgeous, gorgeous locks. Okay, this is what we are wearing today. As I said, definitely was going to wear something that I just bought. So my jeans are, you've already seen these. I got these in a different color the other day. They're just the crossover jeans from Zara. They're so comfortable, you guys. Highly recommend them if you're looking for like a kind of baggier, relaxed pair of jeans. I just paired them with these little flat Mary Janes. These are old from Zara. I'm literally wearing all Zara. I apologize. This is a little rib knit kind of tank. I love the neckline of this. And then this is just the little chocolate brown cardigan that I got the other day. And I probably just take my little LV Alma with me. So yeah, I'm gonna head off, get my hair done. I'm gonna go grab some tea first and get my hair done, and then get to work after that. Home. I have had my nails done. I decided to go for a chocolatey brown. I do not usually go for like brown nails. I haven't had brown nails in ages. I was actually saying to the girl that had done my nails that last year, I don't think I actually went for a darker nail at all around Christmas time. I think I stuck to just nude or like neutral nails all autumn, or like a French tip. I really went through a French phase last year. Sorry, excuse me whilst oh wow, way too much. Let's try to be a little bit less generous with the olive oil. This is really nice olive oil though. This is Lilliput Trading Company olive oil. It is delicious. I just said I would go mad and go for something a little bit darker right now. I feel like the autumn vibes are really calling to me at the minute, so I'm committing to it. I'm committing. So I just got home. I actually, en route home, I decided to pop in and grab a few groceries for dinner this evening. I feel very organised this week. I did, however, run out of parchment paper, so I have tin foil. Anyway, I feel very organised with my meals this week. I feel like for the last couple of weeks, I have not forgotten, but fell out of love with cooking at home, because by the time I get home in the evening from work, I'm just so tired and I don't want to cook. However, I feel like I've gained my inspiration back, or my motivation back for cooking at home, and it may have something to do with the change in the weather. My tummy's actually rumbling right now. Yeah, I feel like the change in the weather has made me feel like cooking, you know, proper homey meals and a lot of roasts and a lot of like proper dinners, you know. I do realise a dinner is a dinner. However, when I think of a dinner, I think of something with potatoes and vegetables. That's what we're doing tonight. I decided last night that I was going to do a steak night at home. So we're going to do steak, pepper sauce, veggies, potatoes. That is the meal of the evening. Okay. veggies in the oven. I love a full like oven dinner. Also, whilst I was cooking the start of my dinner, I went and I was watching a vlog, and the girl that I was watching was going around Space NK, I think, and she was talking about their Christmas advent calendars. And I have not had a beauty advent calendar in so long. I have had chocolate ones over the last couple of years, but I actually went and had a little bit of a look. Was it Cult Beauty? But I don't know, I feel like I might treat myself to a beauty advent calendar this year, but I'm just finding it hard to actually bite the bullet and pick one up. But I know I'll appreciate it and I'll thank myself for it once it gets to the 1st of December. And then I don't want to do it too late and then for everything to be sold out, you know, so I feel like I need to make that decision right now. I also really want to get new chopping boards. There's a lot of things that I have on my little like purchase list for the house, never mind getting myself a beauty advent calendar. But anyway, I'm going to fire on with this dinner. I'll show you what it looks like once I have it cooked, because I feel like I need to concentrate when I'm cooking a fillet steak so that I don't overdo it, because Ryan and I are both medium rare kind of gals and guys, you know. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do right now, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Dinner is complete. I did mine with little like baby boiled potatoes, and my lovely husband has some chips with his, so this looks delicious. Dinner was delicious. It is currently 6:30. I did not lie to you guys when I mentioned that once it hits a time of the evening where I know I'm not going to be leaving the house anymore, basically, I am in my comfy clothes, I am in my pajamas, my makeup is coming off, and I'm cozy for the evening. So I have my little pumpkin mug. I am embracing the cozy nights. Ryan is out with Will at the moment, so I kind of have a little bit of time to myself, which is really, really nice. So I'm gonna get cozy and watch a vlog, I think. I did realize when I was taking my makeup off, however, that I think I probably mentioned this to you already, but I think I mentioned this morning to you, but I really need to buy some new flannels / muslins for taking off my makeup. I'm also running out of my cleanser. I'm currently using the Clinique Take the Day Off Cleansing Balm, so I might treat myself to a new Elemis one maybe, because I haven't used an Elemis balm in a while. Instead of maybe buying an advent calendar for myself, I kind of need to get the actual necessities. That is not a necessity. So I think I might do that this evening, just have a quick little browse on online to see what I actually do genuinely need to stock up on. So yeah, that is my plan for the evening. I don't think I'm going to be getting up to anything too much more crazy exciting, other than just getting Will ready for bed, getting myself ready for bed, lighting some candles, and potentially watching a movie and reading. Actually, we won't watch a movie. We're going to finish reading my book, I think, because I don't think I am going to proceed with the next Harry Potter book after this one. I think I'd spoken to Ryan about this the other night. I think I'm going to read something a little bit more like Halloween-y, autumny themed, even though like Harry Potter is very autumnal. I want to read something a little bit more seasonal that's not Harry Potter, and then I'll move on to the next book. But I still do want to make my way through that series, even though I know what happens. That is what I'm going to do this evening, a little rundown or preview of my evening. I don't know if you can see Nellie behind me. She's sitting up like a cat looking out the window. Anyway, I think I'm going to leave the vlog here for the evening. I do hope you enjoyed. I feel like I don't know how to end videos anymore. I do hope you enjoyed spending a couple of days with me. And yeah, I will see you all again very, very soon in my next video. Bye bye, guys.